What's going on, Jerome's? So I know on its face this is a ridiculous premise, right? But it's weird. Like, we're supposed to be the one that's famous, es muy infamoso, for all the Vikings need to sign this guy, the Vikings need to draft this guy, the Vikings need to trade for this guy, the Vikings need to do this. But so it was a weird free agency weekend. Of course, one of the barroom talkers has been, should the Vikings trade Jordan Addison for Sauce Gardner? Now, on its face, I mean, yeah. Addison is a very good wide receiver 2, borderline wide receiver 1 in his own right. Sauce Gardner is one of the best shutdown corners in the National Football League. Had a down year last year. He was still a top 5 corner. Yes. I mean, the Vikings obviously should get all up in that. And besides the whole Rodgers nonsense, like, this was the talker of the week. And it was started by Score North, just talking out loud, hyping things up. Fully understand that. But it's so funny. Sauce Gardner is hilarious on social media, by the way. Sauce responded, "I thought it was a joke this whole time, but y'all were serious all along, huh?" Now, I don't think that the Jets trade Sauce Gardner. I think that's ridiculous on its face. I mean, you got Aaron Glenn coming on in, a former great NFL cornerback. You think he's going to trade a top 2, and he's not 2 cornerback in the league? No, probably not going to happen. But just exploring the space a little bit, just in terms of like Sauce Gardner trade, no. But in terms of a writ large trade Addison, question mark? I think it's something that's worth exploring. So Addison heading into year 3 is phenomenal, right? So I think Jordan Addison has on the field put together 2 great seasons as Justin Jefferson's, the Robin to Justin Jefferson's Batman. And also he had to be Batman by himself in 2023 when Jefferson missed a lot of time. And also, the Vikings wide receiver room, I think that it is very top heavy with Jefferson and Addison. Rondale Moore hopefully coming in. Jalen Speedy Nailor's also in a contract year. But overall, like, even though this draft class isn't a good wide receiver class, I feel like finding competent receivers, I think that's a lot easier than finding shutdown corners. I know that's generalizing a lot, but, and with Sauce, like, it's so funny. Sauce had an off season, like we said, and he's still a top 5 to 10 cornerback, but easily is the best press man corner in the National Football League. Like, he and Patrick Surtain go back and forth, and he's just phenomenal, right? He's only 24, 6'3", $190, so he's got size and length. The pride of University of Cincinnati, go Bearcats. True travel shutdown corner. So wherever your wide receiver 1 goes, to the X, to the Z, to the slot, to the wherever, like, Sauce is sure to go. PFF coverage rank of 1st, 3rd, and 20th. Yeah. A 41 career pass broken up, 2 interceptions, career 67.5 quarterback rating when thrown at, which is good. Also, in 41 and 46 career games, like, he's only allowed 1,000 yards receiving, which is kind of insane. I think Gilly gave that up last year in the second half of the season. Also is eligible for a contract extension, and he's probably not going to get the $40 million per year, but he's definitely going to set the market in terms of the cornerback cash. Like, he's going to get $25-26 million per year, right? So that does factor in. But theoretical trade comp, you're probably going to have to add an extra first to Addison, even though Addison is great. But if Sauce is going to move, it's probably going to be for 3 1s. So count Addison as a 1 and also add an extra first-round pick on top of the 24. That's probably what you're talking about. Now, just ignoring all the Sauce stuff because, like I said, A, it's going to be expensive. B, the Jets aren't going to trade him. C, you'd have to pay Sauce, right? But so Addison trade factor. So he is only 23, just turned 23 in January. 2 productive NFL seasons so far. Off the field questions, had incidents in each of the last 2 off seasons. Does have that looming suspension, 3 games likely to be served in 2025. And he is eligible for an extension after this season, right? And with Addison, the main question is, do you see the Vikings signing him to a second contract, right? Because I like Addison. I'll be full disclosure there. I think that he perfectly fits across from Justin Jefferson, but also, is he replaceable? Like, are you going to pay Addison $20 million a year opposite of Justin Jefferson, who's also making premium cash? And is this going to be like a Bengals situation where, since the Bengals like drug their feet so long, like, they're going to end up paying T. Higgins $30 million per year. They're going to end up paying Jamar Chase $40 million per year. So they're going to have $70 million per year tied up in receivers. And if you add Burrow, that's $125 million per year at those 3 spots, which I don't know, because the Vikings, they're going to face a cap crunch in 2028. If everything goes according to plan with J.J. McCarthy, then 2028 will be his fifth-year option season. So eventually the Vikings are going to have to pay him. And the plan of what you do when you draft a future franchise quarterback, his rookie deal, you surround him with talent. By the end of his rookie deal, if he's the guy, he should make everyone else around him better after he gets paid. So that's a switcheroo. And do you see Addison as legitimate number one on his own? Yes, I think that he certainly could go to a team, and I think that there is some value there. But and shutdown corners are certainly hard to find. Are they harder to find than wide receiver twos? Yes, especially wide receiver twos opposite of Justin Jefferson. So I would like to keep Addison, but it may not make financial sense at the end of the day. Although you do see teams like the Eagles who do have two receivers on premium deals and a quarterback. But we'll see what happens there. But obviously the Sauce and the Addison trade, probably a non-starter. But what if there's a team out there that has been connected with every single free agent wide receiver, and like we said, in a down wide receiver draft year, Patriots, hey, Christian Gonzalez, is he available? Is he available one time? I know the Vrabel won't want to give up a key defensive player, but hey, if you want a wide receiver one for Drake May that he can grow and show with long time, maybe we interest you in our finest Jordan Addisons for Christian Gonzalez, which Gonzo's legit. Like they're going to have a great cornerback duo with Gonzalez and Carlton Davis III, but why can't we have Gonzo and Byron Murphy Jr., huh? With Nudie and Mekhi Blackman. Don't know. But at the end of the day, is it a fun talker? Sure. I mean, especially in the bar, like, oh, who do you think is better? Blah, blah, blah. Or hypothetical trade. See, that's what women don't understand. And like the memes are true. Dudes can literally just hang out with each other for an entire afternoon, not know each other's names. Say it's like a birthday party, and for like the female friends, like the group, and so they all bring their significant others. Bunch of dudes just hang around, drinking a couple beers, and literally just naming off random sports players. Like, hey, Mike Allstott. Oh, Mike Allstott was awesome back in the day. Hey, Dominique Wilkins. Ooh, the human highlight reel. He was like Jordan, but without a jumper and without defense and without winning. Other than that, yeah. But it really is true, and that's exactly like this. Like just hanging out is like, hey, who'd you trade Addison for? But I actually think that there is something to think about with potentially trading Addison, given what's going to happen down the line with the Vikings cap. Are you going to retain him? What's his peak value going to be? I think that if the Vikings trade him, it'll be after next year. And yeah, he's going to be facing that suspension, so his numbers are going to be a little bit depressed, but his value is going to be decent. Although, given the wide receiver draft class now, his value may not be higher. So who really knows? Anyways, your thoughts are thoughts. Vikings are not getting Sauce Gardner. But should they consider trading Jordan Addison at some point? Who knows? Let us know your thoughts, our thoughts, comment section. You guys are the best. You know what to do. Skull production value.